tough one to take.
Yeah, not the homecoming that, from a results point of view and performance point of view. Thank everybody for the sort of reception we got, and I'm really disappointed that we've not rewarded their fabulous support with a result. Really, it's, maybe I underestimated the amount of work that we need to do as well. No good having a big week if. And not all negative, some bits and pieces up on the back of it. That was okay. Just expect a lot more. There's a little bit of a fragility about us at the moment. Maybe I shouldn't have underestimated that and underestimated the effect of the last sort of 4 or 5, 6 games towards us. Chaotic at times. Especially second half, no real control in the game. There is a young partnership in the middle of the park there. Not many championship appearances between them. It's a new centre back partnership. There's some stuff that was okay as a period in the first half for 20-25 minutes that. If we would have produced that for 75% of the game, then I think we'd have been okay. But we sort of dropped off towards the back end of the first half. 2 midfield players just vacated that middle of the park straight away and left themselves open. And then second half, I'm not saying that we were under pressure. It felt more us that we were. Going to find that first goal, but always because of the turnover and the lack of us creating that momentum to force and to probe and to create. There was always the opportunity. One of the things we did say at half time was, a clean sheet is an absolute must for us off the back of the results that we've had. And the goal goes in with a catalogue of really poor goals that have been conceded so far. But just, some poor decisions really. Where does that stem from? I don't think it stems from an attitude. I do think it stems from an honesty about them in a daft way, that they want so much. So they want to do so well, and they want to, make it happen so much. There has to be that calmness to our play, and there wasn't. It felt very rushed. It felt very. We got into good positions and then turned the ball over and allowed them to counter on us, and we never really sort of played with that fluidity or sort of control that we needed against the team that shape-wise sat in and made it difficult for us, and no issue about that, and got a threat on the counter-attack, but we sort of, as I said, chaos really, and we have to find our way through that chaos.
Is that what you find in situations like this, that players, because they are an honest group, like you said, they go chasing things a little bit too sort of. Chasing things. I hear this word all the time: counter-pressing and just getting picked off. So maybe they think the right thing is to go and chase, and the willingness to go and get after the ball. But at times you can't do, and then when you turn it over, a willingness. Or an attitude to think that we have to score on the first pass out, instead of building momentum and building your play and working your way across the pitch and working little situations where you get that opportunity to find that quality. So we didn't find that control, and then that doesn't allow you to find the opportunities at the top of the pitch then to really hurt the opposition. Yeah. I know this is your first game back, so that's 1 goal in the league this season. How do you sort of go about eking more out of this squad from an attacking point of view?
Yeah, just work on the training ground really. Work on the training ground and
we've got to give ourselves a platform to go and win a game of football, which we did, but we certainly got to get that balance right. Talked about it, the best players find that balance. Bottom of the league on duels, bottom of the league on bottom 3 or 4 on running stats. That's just completely unacceptable. I didn't see that out there. I thought a team that worked hard, run around, wanted to win a game of football. I was committed in terms from a physical point of view, but I saw a team sort of, as I said, a bit anxious, a bit chaotic in our play. So yeah, we've got to look at it, and we've got to again pick the right team and find the right solutions to give ourselves a chance of winning a game.
Yeah, just off the back of that, there's a lot of question marks now from the fan base about the mentality of this team. Do you sort of understand them based on what's happened?
I can do. But there's no, we're in an absolute privileged position to be involved in professional football first and foremost, to be involved a top championship team. I know results wise we're not a top championship team at the moment, but this is club, facilities, players that we've got, but no good producing it Monday to Friday when the bullets are firing and you're out there and you're in that spotlight and you're under that pressure to produce individually and collectively and play like a top championship team, and that is where you get judged. That's where we all get judged. So today we are going to get judged in front of 30-odd thousand. So you have to have that ability to rise to that occasion and not really. And I'm not saying go under, because I didn't think we went under. I think it looked as if it was going to be a 0-0. Wasn't really any great opportunities for us apart from tying a couple of other bits and pieces. There wasn't really anything from their point of view. But the oldest one in the book is that if you can't win, don't get beat. Never really felt under pressure or it was coming. But unfortunately, it happened. We've not dealt with a straight ball. We've not dealt with another situation. And they get the win. I don't think there was a lot in the game. I think if I was Nathan, I'd have been disappointed if I had not took something from the game. And I'm disappointed that we've not took something from the game. But there is a reason for that. Us in possession, we're not as fluent, and we haven't got that personality and that belief at the moment that. As I talked about, dominates and finds that momentum and finds those opportunities. And in the other point of view, we've not dealt with one situation to get us a result and get our season up and running.
Just finally for me, does that just show that it's not as simple as coming in and waving a magic wand and everything being
I never thought that. I never thought that. Listen, there's been a lot of talk about it. We wanted to affect a couple of things first and foremost. Wanted to affect the performance. Wanted to affect the result, which we haven't done. So there's a lot of work going into it. It's never going to be straightforward. I expected better though. I'll be honest. So a little bit of a right. I expected us to have that a little bit more belief in our play than we had. So yeah. We've got to find a way to get out of this situation pretty quickly, because stats don't lie, the league table doesn't lie at the moment, and we are that team that's at the bottom of the division for a reason. Cheers.